Dip it in that sauce. Hello everyone, welcome to DS Travel. I'm Dan. I'm in Hainan, Haikou, and this is like the Hawaii of China. And this place is called Water Alley Street. This is one of the most famous tourist spots in Haikou. It's surrounded with old architectures from like hundreds of years ago. And it's actually really similar to what I've seen in Southeast Asia and in south of Fujian. And there's a lot of amazing street food hidden inside this old alley street. Let's go check it out. Alright guys, one of the dishes that you have to try when you come to Hainan is stewed beef over rice. It's actually stewed beef and rice. This place I picked, it's called Su Changlai Shidian. They're also famous for their pig feet. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna first try that Hainan, that beef by itself. And you can see a lot of tendon running through it. You have the lean meat, you have fat, and you have those collagen, the gelatinous part. You know, look at this. This looks really gelatinous. Let's have a bite. Oh, really flavorful. It's savory sweet. You can really taste the nice deep broth that's been boiled in that beef. Actually quite good. And I had a bite on that lean meat. It's lean, but it's still tender and soft. Really nice. Next, let's try this piece of beef tendon. Oh. That piece of beef tendon was phenomenal. It's like a jello, but a delicate jello. You press it with your tongue and just disappear. Really nice texture. Love that. Definitely love the beef tendon more than the meat. Let's try a few more bites. One more bite. Lovely. Now, let's try the pig's feet. And I think this is basically a rib braised pork. So you have the lean meat, you have the skin, and then that gelatinous part between the meat and the skin. Okay, let's have a bite. When you first bite into it, really, you get a rib braised pork flavor. That pork is actually really lean, but really soft and tender. You bite into it, it just falls apart, but you can still taste the muscular fiber running through it, that stringy kind of texture. But still, the flavor is amazing. Now let's try a piece that's with skin and the fat. Oh. That fat just, melt in your mouth. Really nice porky fat, just wow, the burst of flavors. And at the end, you taste that gelatinous skin, bouncy, gelatinous, really nice. It's really satisfying having these meats with sauces and the rice. But I gotta say, the rice is actually not my favorite type of rice. It's actually a little crumbly and not sticky at all. Also, it's a little cold. Alright guys, let me work on my beef and my pork. We'll go for our next stop. Alright guys, I'm still in Haikou right now, but today we're going to have barbecue. It's roasted piglet. It really takes a lot of work from start to finish. The hard work comes when it puts on the fire. That giant pot of charcoal is really, really hot, and you have to continuously flipping that piglet.
这里差不多安几年了。
涂油是为了让它不烤焦是吗？
是啊，保那底啊。 放上面，等一下那肥跑黑了，
啊，
赚钱不行了。
真的是辛苦。
别上学去继续搞这些。
I mean, my respect for the master that's roasting that pig. And to show my respect, I'm gonna finish my roasted piglet. And what I have here, I have the meat section. And I think this is the favorite from the owner. So I'm gonna give it a try. And they also have a dipping sauce on the side. I'm not sure what flavor this is. It looks very good. Let's give it a try. Dip it in that sauce. Oh my. It's a really amazing sensation. You bite into it. First is that actually quite thick skin. It's really crunchy. Oh, crunchy and flavorful. And then you start to chew. Underneath the meat, super tender. Side fat between the meat and the skin give you bursting juices. Oh my, so tender, so flavorful. And I think because it's piglet, it doesn't have any of that pig odor at all. Wow, this is phenomenal. And that dipping sauce. The dipping sauce is actually very nice. I think it's garlic based, probably garlic mixing with some of the pig juice. I don't know what they put in there, but it's savory, slightly salty, and really garlicky. And it definitely has pork juice in there. Oh, that's phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right, let's try just the skin. Wow, that roasted piglet skin. It's actually kind of like chicharron flavor. Dip it in that sauce, that crunchiness, that juiciness, because of the slight fat underneath. Oh my gosh. Flavor bomb. That's a huge flavor bomb explode in my mouth. Love that. Let's continue my quest. Ah, that's a big bite. Really outstanding. I mean, out of this world. Oh my. By the way, it's 80 Chinese yuan per 500 gram. I'm not sure how expensive or cheap this is, but I'm seeing the locals coming and getting this continuously. So it's gotta be a good deal. All right. That's it for this stop. Let's go for our next one. Then, welcome to DS Travel. I'm still in Hainan, and Hainan is a city that's just right next to the ocean. Of course, you come here for seafood, but tonight we're gonna try clay pot fish stew. You start with, I think, catfish, really in a giant wok, high heat. Very quickly stir fry those fishes, put in all kinds of seasoning, bean paste, chili sauce. After a quick stir fry, then you put it into a clay pot on the side. And then you add in tofu, add in morning glory or water spinach. Really quick, and I love anything that's cooked in a clay pot. So now let's have a try. All right, getting my big pot now. Let's try to pick it up and show you guys. Look at that, this gigantic pot, huge. It's actually for 2 people, but this gigantic pot is only 30 Chinese yuan. What a steal, wow. Let's try the fish first. Look at that, looking really nice. It's actually pretty savory and really nice. I was expecting something that might be a little firm. It's really delicate. Bite into it and sort of push your tongue and it just melts away. And the flavor is actually really nice. It's not overly savory. It's not spicy. It's just a really nice, deep savoriness to it. I like it. I love it. It has some bones, but the bones are gigantic. So it's not like those tiny bones that you have to be really careful. It's smooth and savory. It's not overly salty, spicy, not overly anything. And it's just really nice, mild savoriness to it. Hey, I love this. If you really pay attention to it, you can sort of get a little bit that fishy odor out of the fish. I guess that just comes from the fish. But overall, it's actually quite nice. Flavored very nice. All right, let's try the morning glory or the water spinach. 来。Crunchy, refreshing. Also soak up some of that spicy chili oil and then that sauce. That slightly tingling on your mouth. Really nice. All right, let's try that tofu. I think tofu is just regular tofu cooked in a clay pot, soaking up some of the sauces. Pretty nice, but fairly normal. I think this is the sour pickled denbushu. Let's have a try. They actually have some dipping sauce, but you don't need any dipping sauce. Alright guys, let me work my way through this clay pot fish stew. We'll go for our next stop.